Yobo. Well, we have some baseball pickups in this video. This is what did I do over the past few weeks? It's been it's been something. I've had a lot of luck. I do want to give a huge shout out to my good buddy Big Slim, and a lot of these came from him, his collection, and I still don't know. It's still there's a few, but there's some from other areas too. Team Shop, we got eBay, we got Mitchell Ness Flagship. If you are following me on Instagram, you already know what two of these are, and one of them's already gotten some hate from the Jersey heads, because Mitchell Ness made a mistake again. I woke up because I put the videos on the Jersey groups too, and I love everyone in the groups. Believe me, we're all like one big family, right? But there's going to be disagreements, and as there is in any family. And I woke up today on a Sunday morning to one of the Jersey heads like picking apart one of these jerseys, and I'm like, so I put in my spiel of. And we'll get to that. But let's start showing the merchandise, right? So this is what you're all watching. You're not here to watch me bellyache about other people complaining about Mitchell Ness getting stuff wrong. So anyhow, let's show the first pickup here. This one came from the Reading Fightins, who are the AA affiliate to the Phillies. They've gone through some names over the years. They were the Reading Phillies, the Phils is short. The Reading Fightins. They've been the Fightins for a number of years now, but their team store was having a sale some weeks ago, 20% off, and I was eyeing this one up for some time, so I was glad to finally grab it. So we got the throwback with the Phils on the front. It's the Train jersey, and I like trains, so for me, like, this was a no-brainer. It's got the old logo right there. And yes, it's pronounced Reading, not Reading. It looks like Reading, but it's Reading. That's the name of the town. It's also got the train tracks going down the side, if you can see that. Everything is supplemented onto the material, so there's nothing stitched onto this. So it's a lighter jersey, which is perfect for, the warmer months. It was made by OT Sports, and the tracks go on both sides as the side trim. And the player that this jersey represents is a current Philly, but this is his Reading Phillies jersey, Alec Boehm. And he was number 23 with the Reading Phillies. Of course, now or the Reading Fightins, and now he wears number 28 with the big club. So this is his Phils representative jersey, minor league jersey for the Phillies. And the hats were also part of the deal. So, of course, me, Mr. Combo Wombo. So we got the Flex Fit 3930 right here of the hat. It's got the Fightins on the back right here. New era. So let's put them together. Combo Wombo done right there. Boom. So very cool. I was glad to see the Fightins kind of bring this back. I know they have a black version too, which I got my eye on as well. But had to pull the trigger on that one. And now let's go to eBay. Let's go to the eBay pickups, because there's been a few of those. The first one here is kind of an interesting piece. So Lids in store and online did like an exclusive of these over the past few years. I think Fanatics had them too. But it's like the Negro League jerseys, kind of little representative. They're not full flannel, which they should be. Obviously, Ebbets Field does those, but they made an interesting set. Rings and Crowns was the name of this set that they've done over the past few years. And of all the ones that they did, this is the one that I wanted to get the most. I didn't get the blue version, but the white one popped up on eBay. I just was too slow on the trigger to grab the blue version of this. And here it is. Indianapolis Clowns is the team. XXL. And number 5 is the number, and that's for Hank Aaron. Hank played for Indianapolis in the Negro Leagues. And here's their version at least of this jersey. It's got the It's got their logo on the sleeve. And I have a hat. I have an Indianapolis Clowns. I got the hat when the hat was available, but I never did get the jersey until recently. But there it is. Indianapolis Clowns, Hank Aaron, the Rings and Crowns collection. Or the Rings and Crowns, I guess that's who made this. No, it is the Rings and Crowns. Rings and Clowns is the Rings and Crowns. I got clowns on the mount. Rings and Crowns is the company. So this is a 1952 jersey, representing that year. I forget what the set of this was called when they made them. But you know, you could just go to like Lids stores and you would see them in there. I guess they'll put them out again this year, I would imagine. But it's a pretty decent jersey, and I paid like $30 for this. So, you know, I got the hat somewhere in the hat pile. You know, it's somewhere there to go with this jersey. Oh. And I got this beauty right here off of eBay. This is a Mitchell & Ness, old school, old run, I should say, made in USA. Of course, now they're made in, I think, Vietnam or China, wherever they make them. But the wool flannel, 1950, the Whiz Kids home jersey. There's all the particulars. It's a sort of a newer run USA because it has the name on the bottom, you know, and the tag like they put up for all their jerseys now for baseball. But 1950 Richie Ashburn. Whiz Kids jersey right here, the #1. Very similar to the Johnny Callison 64, and also my 64 Dick Allen. Very similar. Probably about the same jersey, but just some years prior. So this is 1950. The year they did go to the World Series. In 64, they should have been in the World Series, but they didn't quite get there. But 1950 they did, and they lost to the Yankees in that World Series. But everybody lost to the Yankees back then, so it is what it is, right? But the Whiz Kids, this is my only. And now I don't want to say that because I forget the year I got the Road Robin Robertson. I forget what year that one represents, but at least this is. I can say that this is my only home 1950 Phillies jersey in the collection. So. There it is. My dad's all-time favorite Philly was Richie Ashburn. So this is my second Richie Ashburn in the collection. I think the other one is the 48, if I'm not mistaken, of the year, the cream Phillies jersey, the home jersey. All right, we got one more from eBay. Got a pretty good deal on this one. The batting practice, Montreal Expos, Gary Carter from 1982. Old run Mitchell & Ness. Nice jersey. The red. It's really striking red too on this jersey. 8 on the sleeve. Expos on the front. No name on the back, just number 8, but we all know who that is. The Kid, the original The Kid. Gary Carter. Rest in peace, of course. And there is the red batting practice Mitchell & Ness Expos jersey. All right, got a couple hats here too. I know I showed the Phils hat, the train hat, but this one I grabbed from the Flagship. They were doing their annual sale, which goes through today, this weekend, and 40% off, and most items in there were 40% off. So I got my buddy here, the Fanatic, a little version of the Fanatic hat right here with the champs from 1980. You know, on the front. Oh, crazy green action on this hat. This was part of the Fanatic set that they made recently. And I didn't bring the bag up here, but I got a hat to go with, this is the hat. I got a t-shirt to go with this too. Also got a really nice jacket. I didn't bring the bag up, but I just grabbed the hats from my room before I came up and made this vid. But so there it is. And the other hat I'm going to show when I have the jersey, so because it goes with the jersey. But speaking of the Flagship, we got a couple items from the Flagship. This one drew some ire of some of the jersey heads, but it is what it is. Mitchell and look, they're always going to make mistakes. We know. They've made mistakes from the Peter Capolino years. They'll make mistakes 20 years from now. It's just, it's unfortunate. I'm not trying to be an apologist for them, but it's not retail. They're not retail. They're not game-worn team issue. People want perfection, but that's the only way you can get it. And it doesn't matter if it's Nike making the jerseys, if it's whoever. There are differences with game-worn team issue jerseys. There always will be. And people that just want that perfection, that's the only way you're going to get it. You know, Mitchell & Ness makes a lot of stuff. They make mistakes. There are jerseys that they've made that I won't buy because the mistakes were just way too... No. We're not doing that. But I don't want to get on my soapbox here. But I've said this before on this channel, and I will continue to say it. If I like a jersey, I'm going to buy the jersey. If other people don't like the jersey, they don't have to buy the jersey. Other people have retail authentics of these jerseys in their collection, like vintage authentics. But those are the people that, for the most part, can still wear smaller size jerseys. I can't. You know, I got a little girth, okay? So for me, I need bigger jerseys. And I love the vintage stuff. I have a whole Z-bottom rack in my basement, in my man cave, of just vintage authentic baseball. And you know, some maybe not even as vintage authentic baseball. There's some newer ones in there too. And I love them. They're some of my favorites. I have some vintage authentics of this particular player in my collection. The issue is they didn't make jerseys bigger sizes back in the day. They just didn't. They were fat shaming back then. They did. For whatever reason, even though there were bigger guys playing baseball, they were always tight to the body, just smaller jerseys. They did not make things past, I'll say, a 52. At least not that I've ever seen. And even the fine size 52 vintage authentics is very difficult. I mean, I can wear, in the vintage authentics, I can wear between sizes 48 and 52. Not always the most comfortably, but I can wear them. And Big Slim knows this. I say this a lot. If I just love a jersey, like a 48, and it's a little snug on me for baseball, I just won't wear it with the buttons on. You know, I'll just have it without the buttons on. But, you know, so that's how that's my kind of, you know, workaround with that sometimes. But the problem is, it's twofold for me. It's finding them, and I know it's all about the hunt. You gotta, you know, I know that. I've been doing this for over 20 years. And I look for vintage authentics. I do because I love them, particularly for baseball. But to find them in my sizes is difficult. And then it depends on the player. You find some vintage authentics in certain players, like this guy, the seller's going to want top dollar because they know it's a Hall of Fame player. It's a hot jersey. It's going to be, you know, you're going to break the bank to buy it. Now you can go to blank version. A lot of people do. And I have a lot of secondhand jerseys that I've gotten from other people, other collectors, who had them sent off to Bill Henderson, and he did his magic with them and turned them into the various players. I have a lot of those jerseys. I myself have never sent a jersey to Bill Henderson. I might. I haven't done it. You know, that's just not how I look. That's not how my mind works. You know, I like the finished product. I do. I can get blank jerseys. I can send them. I did send some jerseys to Big Time Jerseys back in, you know, years ago, and Patsy did an amazing job with them. It was a really great experience. I will never have anything bad to say about that kind of experience. But it's just not how my mind works. You know, I like that finished product. I like seeing the jersey, getting it in the mail, and it already has the player name and number and all the bells and the patches and all the bells and whistles done. You know, I like that. You know, could I get blank jerseys and send them out? Absolutely. There are some Mitchell & Ness jerseys in my collection right now that I do have to send at some point to one of these customizers because they don't have the names on the back. Because back in the day, Mitchell & Ness did not have the player name rights. So they made the jerseys, the old USA Run MLB jerseys from the Peter Capolino days. They made them, but they didn't put the names on the back. So there are some jerseys that I have that I want to send out to one of these, you know, customizers and have them put the name on the back of the jerseys. Just to complete it, you know, in my mind, just to complete it. Will I do it with every single one? Probably not. But there are at least 4 or 5 that I can think of off the top of my head that I want to get that done. I don't know when. I keep procrastinating with it. Eventually it will get done. But so I understand the other side of the argument too. Yeah, you're paying a good amount of money for a jersey. It should be done right. It should be done perfect. I get that. This is a retail company. They're run by fanatics. We all know about fanatics. and I'm not going to go into the issues with fanatics. That would be like 5 videos, you know. For me, I know there's been a lot of issues with fanatics. There's been a lot of issues with the customization of stuff with fanatics, and now Mitchell & Ness is under their umbrella. But even when they weren't under the Fanatics umbrella, they were making mistakes, and they make mistakes with the color hue of certain jerseys, of the twill of certain jerseys, of the font of certain jerseys, and it's just the list just goes on and on and on. But this has always happened. This happened back in the Peter days of the early, mid, late 2000s, right? This happened today. We know it happens. I think there's a lot of people that really put these things under a microscope, and I'm just not one of them. And I don't hate people who do. I'm not trying to make this sound like I do, because I don't. I respect everyone's opinion. And there's people probably going to be commenting on this video, oh, well, you know, they got this. And I respect it. Believe me, that's one of the things I love about the group is the knowledge, right? People just know everything there is to know about jerseys. And this is how it should be. And a lot of it's due to Bill Henderson, his guide, right? You can see it. You can, all right, well, it's supposed to be like this. It's supposed to be like that, right? Maybe Mitchell & Ness should use the guide, but they're never gonna. That's just not what they do, right? They make these things just for retail. They throw them out there, right? Mistakes or not. But people are going to nitpick. People are going to put them under the microscope. I don't do it. I look at it as a jersey that I like, that I wanted to get, because I can wear it. I can't wear the size medium jerseys that you see out there. I can't do it. The one jersey that I got, and I knew when I got it, it was too small and I would never wear it, was the Mitchell & Ness Fred Barnett 92 jersey with the Jerome Brown patch. And I got it because it was really rare. He was my first favorite Eagle. And I was like, you know, it was back when the year they won Super Bowl 52, back in 17-18. And I got it knowing I couldn't wear it. But I don't want to do that. You know, I want to get jerseys that I know I can wear. And for the retail authentics, I know the sizes that I can get away with. But even then, they're a little snug on me. Mitchell & Ness makes stuff in sizes that a big guy like me can wear. So if there's some discrepancies, if there's this or that, if it's over the top, and I know it going like, you know, because I see everything in the groups, and if I know, oh yeah, this one they just really royally screwed up, I'm probably not going to go after that one, right? But for like ones that might have a little shade of hue different, something a little here or there, again, I can wear the jersey. I'm happy with it. You know, at the end of the day, if I'm happy with it, I'm going to buy it. It's my money. It's my house. It's my mighty kingdom. I'm going to put it in it. You know, would I rather have the retail authentic, the team worn game issue team? Yeah, but it's not always available for me. So I got to take what I can get. And again, I respect everyone's opinion. I didn't want to get on a soapbox here. I'm sweating here. This isn't fun for me. I didn't want to get on a soapbox here, but again, like waking up and turning my phone on and there's a comment basically hating the jersey. I'm like, dude. And this guy has an amazing collection. I'm not hating on him at all. Not one bit. I respect him as a collector. I respect his opinion, but you got to respect mine. And I'm gonna stand on my opinion, and I know that there's mistakes that they make, but they also make jerseys in sizes that I can wear easily. And they're already done. I can just go to the store or go online or catch a sale like I did and get them and just be happy with them and wear them and enjoy them. Because at the end of the day, that's what I want a jersey to be. I want to wear it. I want to be happy in it. I want to show it to you, the viewers, right? That's what makes me happy. If there's a little issue with it here or there, if it's a Mitchell & Ness, okay, I don't put them under that microscope. I don't look at them that way, you know, and others do. And again, that's great for them. For me, I just want to wear it. I want to be happy. There's too many other problems in the world. There's so many issues going on right now to like nitpick over jerseys. No, there's way more things going on in this world. We can't, but that's the beauty of the group, right? That's the beauty of the jersey heads, because they have their opinions, right? They know what they're talking about. They're experts. and they're entitled to it. But what I'm saying is I'm entitled to what I want too. And I'm not trying to upset the apple cart, believe me, I'm not. But it kind of rubbed me the wrong way this morning. Maybe I got up on the wrong side of the bed. I don't know. I've been having some problems in the basement. I'm trying to get through everything here. It's like I wake up to Mitchell and Ness hate, and it's like, yeah, we kind of knew there would be something going on, but it is what it is. Again, no disrespect to people who have that opinion. I respect all of you. You know, I love you all, right, in the Jersey Heads community, but I do think at times we get a little too antsy about this kind of stuff, but it's never going to stop. Anytime Mitchell and Ness put something out, it's going to get critiqued. It's like I used to have an art class in college, or a graphic design class in college, and we would put up our works, and it would get critiqued by the class. After every project got done, we had to put it up on the board, right? And I'll never forget this. I know I've been yapping on, but I'll never forget this. I put one of my things up on the board, right, with everyone else, and the teacher of the class kind of singled me out, and he said, "Look at him. He's scared to death of this class, but he does his work. He does as best as he can. He puts his stuff up, and I think it's pretty good stuff." And I mean, again, I didn't ask to get singled out. The teacher singled me out, and I looked at him like, because, there was a student in there that was doing like a half-assed job, and the teacher was trying to make a point, and they singled me out. At the end of the day, it felt kind of good, but at the time, it was like, Any rate, let's continue on here. I know I've yapped on a lot, but here we go. So these are the Flagship store pickups. They're doing their 40% off annual sale. This was not 40% off, but I had to have it. And the hue color being what it is, but this is the Randy Johnson purple Diamondbacks alternate from the 2000 season. There's all the particulars. This is a brand spanking new jersey. I think it just came out this past week, only at the Flagship, but I'm sure it will be available on the website soon. They haven't really put up their new baseball besides the Konerko and Burley White Sox World Series jerseys, the Road Grays. But this is part of the new line for this year, this baseball season. Diamondbacks, beautiful jersey. I understand they got the hue wrong, and the copper apparently, but of the numbers, but okay. And it's still a very nice jersey. And I'm not hating again, but I'm happy with it. I can wear this, and I'm happy. And you got the Diamondbacks logo on the sleeve with the wonderful trim. Yeah, it's a head turner. I mean, whether the hues are wrong or not, it's a head turner. And it's definitely going to get attention. Sometimes in not the great ways that Mitchell and Ness was hoping when they put this out, but they know the Jersey Heads. They know. Mitchell and Ness and Jersey Heads have butted many a time, so why not again? But here it is, the Randy Johnson, the big unit, one of my all-time favorite pitchers. Arizona Diamondbacks, and this is one of my favorite Diamondback jerseys, and I do have a couple authentics in this. I have a Kurt Schilling, and I have a Paul Goldschmidt throwback, which they wore some years ago, which that one I did send out to get the name and number put on it. I got the blank from Fanatics years ago. So there's the Randy Johnson 2000, and here is the Joe Mauer Minnesota Twins. This one came out, I think, last year. I believe it's 2009. There's all the particulars right there. Home pinstripe. Their first authentic Joe Mauer that they ever made. You got the final season of the Metrodome. You got the Carl patch right there. The patch is right there. The Memorial patch, I should say. There's the Twins logo on the other sleeve, the alternate logo. This would have been the cool base era. So it does have the vents on both sides. Batterman on the top. Mauer on a nameplate. You know I love nameplates. So there's the nameplate right there, 7. And I know my buddy Malcolm was talking about the diaper that when they switched over to flex space, so the pinstripe jerseys And, you know, there was an extra piece of material that did not have the pinstripes on the bottom. Yeah, that wasn't a good look for the MLB. But it was only seen by people wearing the jerseys because obviously the players tuck the jerseys in. Now, I know there are people that tuck jerseys in. I'm not a tucker. I don't tuck. So, but that was one of those kind of oddities when they had the flex space. And I forget if they're still doing it now with Nike. But they had that extra little piece of material on the bottom that we all call the diaper. And it was... with regular jerseys, it wasn't an issue, but the pinstripe ones where the pinstripes abruptly stopped, and then you had that extra piece of material. It just, and my Phillies did, you know, with the home ones. I have some of those, and it's like, yeah, okay, well, I can kind of see past it, but I can understand. It was weird. So you talk about weird things with baseball. That was definitely one. All right, we're not done. You thought we were. Oh no! Now we come to the Slim portion of the of the pickup. So my good buddy Slim, I thank him 1,000 times. He was moving things, and I got a little greedy. I know, Slim, I know. But here are the ones that I was able to procure from my buddy Big Slim. Kid in the candy store. I mean, what can I say? So we're going to go with this one first. I wanted to show the flannels first, but this is the first one. And there's another Gary Carter, Expos, the 1976 old run Mitchell and Ness right here. I got the tagging made in USA. Baby blue jersey right here. And the thing I always liked about this jersey was the Olympic patch on the sleeve. Of course, they played at Olympic Stadium, you know, years after, so... Yeah, that's where the name arrived from. The Olympics were in Montreal. And there's the patch right there. Beautiful jersey. Just a different looking Gary Carter than the ones you normally see for the Expos with the racing stripes, which I love. But you're going to see one of those coming up. Number 8 on the back. No name. But we all know it's the original The Kid. Right there, Gary Carter. Montreal Expos, 1976. Good year for Slim. Mine was a couple years later. All right, now I will freely admit this. I you know, all my years of collecting baseball jerseys, I was never like the biggest wool flannel collector. I do have some in the collection, but they've, you know, in more recent years, they've kind of grown on me more when I got some of those old run Phillies wool flannels, and it's just, you know, that's kind of when the changing moment kind of happened, and I still didn't go after them like as a great deal like I do with the poly knit jerseys. The poly knits from the 70s to current days are still going to be my wheelhouse, but the wool flannels certainly have grown on me, and again, there was an opportunity to add to that collection, so I did, and had to have some of these here. All-time classics. We have the New York Yankees home pinstripe jersey right here, 1951. The Mick right here, Mickey Mantle, the home jersey. You have the American League golden anniversary patch on the sleeve. Really nice patch right there. Made in USA. All these wool flannels are going to be made in USA. These are the original versions. NY for the Yankees. Of course, we all know the logo. Number 7 on the back. The Mick right there. One of the all-time great players in the history of baseball. And, of course, with the Yankees. They've had a few good players over the years, haven't they? They've collected them the way I collect jerseys. So, anyhow, you got the Mick right here. 1951 New York Yankees. Shout out again to Slim. And this one, boy, this definitely, yeah, the 69 Hank, home pinstripe, Braves, MLB 100th on the sleeve, and the Chief Nakahama on the other side, right there. Really, really nice jersey. 69 is your year. Mitchell Ness Jock. It does not have the year, but it is a 69. You can always tell the 69s because it has the 100th patch on the sleeve. for for the MLB. They did a hat run of those some years ago. Lids did a set, and Slim went a little ham with that set. I'm sorry. So I made the mistake of alerting him to those hats, and yeah, because he had quite a few 69 jerseys, so he got quite a few 69 hats. 44 on the back, Tank, of course, the great Hank Aaron. Beautiful, beautiful jersey. And again, thank you, Slim. All right, so we're going to jump around a little bit here. Jump up, and get down. So here we go with the my first ever Ebbets Field flannel jersey. Ebbets Field flannels, right? Montreal Royals. That's what this team is. Prior to the Expos, so the Montreal Royals was the minor league to the LA Dodgers, or the Brooklyn Dodgers. I'm sorry, the Brooklyn Dodgers, who became the LA Dodgers. But of course, they were the Brooklyn Dodgers back in these days because this guy went off to have a hell of a career with the Brooklyn Dodgers, and of course, the great Jackie Robinson, number 9 on the back. That was Jackie's number when he was a Royal in Montreal. And, of course, he wore that famed number 42 when he went to the MLB. Beautiful jersey. This is my first Ebbets Field flannels jersey in the collection. I'm sure there'll be others down the road. But there is the Montreal with the stripes going down the front. Really, really nice. I love that scripted Montreal, too. Again, this is kind of a plain Jane jersey. No bells and whistles, no patches. There might be versions of this that have some, but it doesn't need it, to be honest. I mean, it's just a classic, cool road jersey of Jackie's minor league team right there, his minor league jersey. And I did went on to Ebbets Field flannels because I had to have the combo wombo, right? I went to Ebbets Field flannels recently, and I picked this hat up because it is the old Montreal Royals wool fitted with the satin underbrim. Really nice. And of course there's the combo wombo right there. Goes together perfectly. The hat and the jersey both from Ebbets Field flannels, and the jersey from Slim, the hat from Ebbets Field flannels. So there you go. Slim, combo wombo, screen grab. Slim knows what that is. It's an inside thing with Slim. That grin. He knows that grin too well. All right, now we go back to Mitchell and Ness. So we have a Bob Feller Cleveland Indians Road Gray. It was the Indians back then. I know they're the Guardians now. 1948 is your year. It has an extra patch on here. This was put in by the previous owner prior to Slim. It does have the World Series Cleveland Indians patch. Oh, but the patch wasn't supposed to be on it. Well, that's an extra. So there you go. And then there's the logo, of course, on the other sleeve. Cleveland across the front. Really nice. Bold. Button down. Of course, there's your chalk and year. 1948. Number 19. Bob Feller. 48 Road, Cleveland Indians, Bob Feller, with the extra patch on there. Really, really nice from the World Series. That, again, was put in by the previous owner to Slim. And I have a couple of that guy's jerseys, too. I bought it from him. He did put the extra patches on, but some of them work really well. All right, we keep going. Well, if you're going to have a home Yankee jersey, wool flannel, you got to have the road. Right? Iconic franchise right there. This is the road. Joe D jersey. Joe DiMaggio. 1939. With the, if I get my hand in the sleeve. With the patch right there. Really, really nice patch. 1939. Number 5, of course, that hit streak. It continues on, right? I mean, no one's broken his hit streak. Record. Maybe someday, but the way hitting is taught these days, I don't know. all due respect to players like Luis Ariz and all, but I've watched my Phillies long enough, I know. The hitting is no longer an art form, but 1938, Joe D right there, Joe DiMaggio. I'm sorry, did I say 30? Yeah, 38. And his brother was a Philly. Phillies always get the wrong brother. They always get the wrong brother, right? So Joe D's brother did play for the Phillies, but Joe D, of course, was a Yankee throughout his career. So there you go, number 5, the great Yankee. Okay, we are moving along. Next off, we got more Montreal. This is like a Montreal video, isn't it? The Expos right here, the road version of the 1969 Expos, which if I remember correct, and I don't always, the old Naga doesn't always work as well. I believe that was their first season in the MLB, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. People will correct me in the comments if I was. But this is the road version of Le Grand Arrache. Rusty Staub. That was his nickname with the Expos. Le Grand Arrache. Because he had red hair. So, Grand Orange. Grand Orange, basically. So there's the 69 Expos logo. And as you see, they always had a variation of the blue. Even way back when. So this is like a bit of a not a light like sky blue, but it's blue. It's blue. 10 on the front, and of course, as I showed you, the 10 on the back. Beautiful jersey. Jock tag. Yeah, 69. With the 100th. Like I said, you can always tell the 69 jerseys for baseball because they all have the 100th patch on the sleeve. And why have just the road version when you can have the home version too? Here's the home version of Le Grand Arrache Expos jersey. The cream home jersey. Expos again, 10. Again, it's from the 69 season. And yep, Rusty Staub, number 10 on the back. Beautiful. All the particulars there. Again, the trim on the sleeves too, on the cuffs, really nice on the road one too. All right, now we're going to get into, all right, so that is the flannel portion of the jersey. There was more flannel in this video than on a 90s grunge video on MTV. All right, maybe not, but I got more flannel at one point than I ever did. So again, big shout and thank you to Slim. The rest of these are back to the polyknit ears. Here we go. This is one of those just kind of interesting jerseys, right? And I did go on my soapbox and gave you that big spiel about how Mitchell and Ness, yeah, they make mistakes, and yeah, I know, but I can still wear the jersey, so whatever. So this is one of those that we in the jersey community we can never figure this jersey out. We don't know why it was made, if it was just for some signing, because Hank didn't wear this. But Mitchell and Ness made it. Now, Mitchell and Ness has made jerseys in the past for players and jerseys they never actually wore. The Dominique Wilkins Black Hawks jersey, for instance, kind of comes to mind. But this is a road gray 1977 Atlanta Braves Hank Aaron. But Hank never wore this jersey, so we don't know why it was made. But it was made. It's very rare. It's a unicorn jersey. You don't see it very often. Obviously, you see the home white, the blue from the earlier 70s, and he wore those. He hit home run number 715 in the home one, but he never wore this. So why was it made? We don't know. It could have been any reason. Maybe if someone knows, they can leave it in the comments. It's just one of those mystery of life jerseys, but it's so nice. Even if Hank didn't wear it, it still is a really nice representation of him. 77 is your year again. We don't know why, but road gray with the blue, it pops though. I mean, it pops. This jersey is a head turner, and but it's one of those just mystery jerseys. Like why did they make a jersey for Hank when he didn't wear that, but they did. See, they've always made mistakes. But this was again, it's a beautiful jersey. As I knocked over some hats here, can't do that. Hats are too precious. I got too many hats. Have I ever said that? I got too many. It's not just that I have too many. It's I still have to like get them in bins. We're getting there. Speaking of getting there, I think we only have about 4 left. So here we go with the Bo knows this one. This is the 87 Road Royals, Bo Jackson. The famed story of mine with this particular jersey is I got this off eBay, I think a couple years ago. And instead of sending me the jersey, the seller sent me some old sneakers, which were not my size, and they weren't nice looking sneakers. If they were J's, if they're like bread ones, I mean, I would have, in my size, be like, oh, okay, well, it's a mistake, but it's a good mistake. That was a bad mistake. Apparently, he sent me someone else's order, and my Bo went to the person who got the shoes. I returned the shoes. I would imagine the person didn't return the jersey. And so when I saw Slim had it, I'm like, all right, Slim, I'm gonna get this one too. Slim knows about that story too. He thought it was hilarious. But it does have the Hauser Memorial on the sleeve. You know, newer run, Mitchell Ness, the B. Jackson 16 on the back. But just to kind of round out my Bo collection, yeah. Get to that other. There, you got the name and year. Yep. Crazy, crazy story. And that just goes to show you all the years of collecting, you never know what's going to happen. And yeah, that happened to me. Yeah, I've been told I have a few Indians and Oriole jerseys. Snacks. I've added to that collection. You saw the Indians. Now here's the Orioles. How many do I need? I need more. So here's the card. Here's the Jim Palmer Baltimore Orioles, the orange pullover. I love these jerseys. I know I have an Oriole affliction. I do. But the Palmer 22 on the back, Palmer on the nameplate 22, double stitched. It does represent the 1976 season. Slim, that's another good year. There is the name and there's the particulars, rather, jock tag, year tag. And now the only one I need to finish this set off is the Brooks Robinson, because they made a Brooks Robinson. And I don't have that one. I have Cal, I have Murray, and now I have Palmer. 2 of the 3 thanks to Slim. And now I just need that Brooks in the collection. And I can finish the set. But the Brooks is like a unicorn. You never see the Brooks. But I remember seeing it at the old Flagship on Chestnut Street many years ago, and I wanted it then and never got it. And to this day, I still don't have that Brooks Robinson. But it is what it is. The hunt continues. Oh, look, another Braves jersey. So here's the Phil Niekro. This is a 1981. That's that wonderful, baby blue. Atlanta 35 double stitched. Niekro on a nameplate single stitch 35 double stitched. Most of the time you see the Dale Murphy, which I own, but again, another player in this. You can never go wrong with the old baby blue jerseys. In the 80s, they were crazed of baby blues. My Phillies, right? The 70s into the 80s, quite a few. In fact, there's some here that you can see. So, I told you this was going to be epic. I told you that. I'm going to sweat through my shirt in this video. But anyhow, you don't want to see that. That's bad Baywatch. So anyhow, here we go with the road. Boston Red Sox right here. Adam. All you got, you Bostonians there. Huh? M. Diddy. All you guys. There you go. A little love for your Red Sox. Pierre. Pierre and I, over the years, have kind of butted heads about our afflictions to the Philly and Boston teams. But so Pierre, if you're watching this, or someone alert Pierre, MightyFan is holding up a Boston jersey. Shout out to Pierre and the fellas at Views from the Vault. But 87, Roger Clemens, the Rocket right here, whose son is a Philly, at least is on the Phillies. I can't think right now. 21 on the back. It does have the 75th anniversary of the Fenway Park right there. Fenway Park. There it is. Organization. That's the name that's the word I couldn't think of before. The Phillies organization. I have his son's Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs jersey. So at some point I want to take a pic of Rocket Jr., or as we call him, Missile, and his dad's jerseys. I have his Blue Jay jersey. Now I have his Red Sox jersey right there. So at some point I got to do the trifecta of the 2 Rocket jerseys I have in the collection and the Missile. I actually saw his kid hit a couple home runs last year at a Iron Pigs game. So there you go. That's my connection to the Rocket. All right, so you saw I probably should have showed these together, but earlier when I was showing my eBay pickups, I showed you the red version of the BP for Gary Carter. Here's the blue version. Because how many Expo jerseys do I need? I need them. The Expos are still one of my favorite all-time uniforms in baseball, and I wish they would come back. I really do. Expos on the front, you know the particulars. You saw it in the red one, the 8 on the sleeve. We got the 8 on the back. 83 is your year with the jock. Really, really nice jersey right there. I have the set. Home in the red and blue. And, oh, look, another Expos jersey. Oh, my goodness, they're just coming out of the woodwork here. Speaking of Randy, here's his first team. Here's his rookie jersey right here, which I have the away. If you might remember, now I have the home. So here's the home big unit. Before he was the big unit. At this time, he was still trying to figure out what he was in MLB. He was very wild and erratic in his days in Montreal. He found himself in Seattle. So here's the 88 is your year. Expos 51. There's your pin. There's your racing stripes, I should say. 51 on the back, because again, this is before they had the naming rights. They just put the numbers on the back of the jerseys. The road version I have does have the R. Johnson on the back. I think I'm going to keep this the way it is, though, because, you know, it's just original, and, I mean, you know who it is. And if you don't, you should. It's Randy Johnson, his Expos jersey. And just something about just the 51 on the back of the white jersey. I think it looks pretty good, so I don't think I'm going to mess around with that one. But, we're going to keep this one as is. But there are, like I said, there are some Mitchell & Ness baseball that I have. I want to get the name put on the back. And last, oh my God, we came to the last one. Woo! Woo! This is a marathon video. I told you all. I told you. There's another Yankee, this time Polynet version. Home pinstripe, 1977. The year of Star Wars and the year of Mr. October. Reggie Jackson hitting the 3 home runs against the Dodgers in the World Series at Old Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. I was there, not in 1977, but I went to that stadium many years later with my dad and a buddy of mine, and I've seen the current Yankee Stadium, and I like the older one a little better. No disrespect to the Yankee fans out there, but the older one just had that charm. It had that history. The newer one is just big and big. But I will take Citizens Bank Park any day. All due respect. But so here is the older year right there, 77, 84. So that's the way they did this, Jock, for that year for Reggie. But of course, this represents the 77 season, the 3 home run in the World Series. This is basically his 3 home run World Series jersey. Basically, against the Dodgers. Sorry to Dodger fans, but it did happen. So there you go. Mr. October closes things out. Oh my God, I'm amazed this video didn't take till October to get done. Oh, that was a haul and a half of baseball. That was almost 50 minutes. A lot of it was me yapping. You must excuse me. I tend to do that. But we had a lot of jerseys to show, didn't we? We had a like variety. I think this video probably, outside of the videos where I do my whole, like I show the whole rack, right? I think this vid probably had like some of the most variety of a pickup vid, right? And I know there was a lot, but I mean, you just saw like, it's just, we ran the gamut. I mean, we had a Negro League jersey, we had a minor league jersey, we had MLB jerseys, we had teams that aren't around anymore, we have Mitchell Ness mistake jerseys. We ran the gamut in this video, didn't we? We really did. Oh my goodness, is there anything? We had batting practice jerseys. I'm trying to, we had a jersey of that was never worn by the player. We had, I mean, it's going to be hard to find. Oh, I'm sorry. You know what? I'm glad I made this mistake, because if there was a team that I wanted to end on, it's this one. I have one more. This was tucked in the front, so I didn't. So this is, again, wool flannel. This is a Phillies, so my beloved Phillies. This is, yeah, this is the 1925 Road Gray. Big gaudy patch on there, Golden Jubilee of the National League. All choked up now. No number or name on the back. It's a blank, but it's beautiful. No year tag, but it is from 25, as the patch will tell you. So yeah, Philadelphia Phillies. And we have a blank jersey. To close things out, wool flannel Phillies blank. From 1925. Good thing I looked. I kept thinking there has to be one more. And the reason I didn't grab it with the others is because I had it in a different spot. I put it up with my 1950 and 64 home Phillies jerseys on the rack here, as my basement is still getting repaired. Some pipe issues, and as I said before, there might be some asbestos down there. We're still trying to get the results back. It's been a nightmare. It really has. All my stuff is just plasticed up. Hopefully this whole thing gets taken care of soon. And it should. Probably within the next few weeks, everything will be the way it should be down there. But till then, I have to leave some of my Philly stuff up here. Some of the new pickups that I've gotten over the past, how many weeks. It's like, obviously, I'm not going to take them down there. But at any rate, that's neither here nor there. That is it. I'm sweating profusely like I always do. But under these lights. But anyhow, I hope you all enjoyed this. This type of video is exactly why, if you haven't already done so, please make sure you sub to me. Hit that subscribe button. I'm still trying to get to 2K subs by the end of the year, and you all can make that happen by keep hitting that sub, right? Leave those likes, like. How can you not like this? This was like a Jersey head, just a dream. This is what makes it so fun. But anyhow, hope you enjoyed the pickups. Leave those likes, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the bell icon so you're always notified to all future content from yours truly. I'm going to go and change my shirt, probably take a shower. That probably would be good. I think that would be good. And I'm going to post this on the YouTube. It's going to take a little while to post, but it will be up there. So I hope whoever watches enjoyed. I know Malcolm was saying he has his drink and snacks already ready. Yeah, I hope it was worth the drink and snacks there. There was a lot. There was a lot in this video. And again, I didn't want to get on my soapbox, but at the end of the day, I do respect, and I don't want to sound like I don't. I do respect everyone's opinion when it comes to jerseys, when it comes to the historical accuracy of jerseys, and they should be more. I mean, Mitchell Ness makes mistakes. They should get things right. I mean, if they used us as a tool, maybe they would get things right a little more. We can't handle that. Like, there's nothing we can do. And then people say, well, just don't buy the jersey. Well, I mean, they're making things I can wear. So I can't just not buy the jerseys. I want to wear them. I want to enjoy them. And I can, look past. And maybe I'm, on my own little island. Because I'm one of the bigger, with one of the bigger collections in the fandom. But I can kind of look past some of those things where other people and I respect them for it. They just won't, and they keep looking for just the vintage authentics and the retail and, you know, vintage authentics, and then the team worn, game issue, game worn, whatever jerseys, and that's fine. But a lot of them also don't have the girth that I have. And some of those jerseys, I mean, they can find more in their size and they can wear them. And some people are just so patient, you know, that they wait. If they are a bigger guy like me, and they still find them, and that's all well and good. That's great. I mean, that's all the thrill of the hunt, right? I get that. But I'm not as patient. I see something I want, I'm going to get it. And if more so if I can wear it, I'm going to get it. And I understand they make mistakes, and look, they do. We all know this, but I had to have it. I saw it, I had to have it, and the fellas at the store always treat me good. So maybe that's part of the reason that I'm a fan of the company as much as I am, because I always have good experiences at that store. Always. The fellas there have always been good to me, and they you know, we have great conversations, and it's just, I'm a brick and mortar guy. I'd rather go to stores and get things. I like holding things in my hand. I like looking at it, eyeballing it, seeing it, trying it on, saying, okay, this is good. I buy a lot of stuff online. Most of the stuff comes from online, as we know, from eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, Mitchell & Ness, Fanatics, Lids, whatever, right? All the sites. But if I can go to the store, like Mitchell & Ness, like Lids, like Pro Image, where my buddy Anthony is, and look at things and get things that way, I just enjoy it that much more, because I can see it, you know, I can eyeball it, I can really have it in my hand and feel the material and see what it looks like, right? And of course, another thing I love to do is get stuff from my other fellow Jersey heads, right? And a lot of that is done sight unseen, right? You're just doing the deal. Of course, my buddy Big Slim, I procured these jerseys from last weekend, and I jersey muled them back home. but yeah, there is something about just seeing it, right? When you see it in person and you see the, you know, yeah, and for some people, when they see it, they see the mistakes right away, and they're like, oh yeah, I'm staying away from that. And again, to each his own, right? To each his own. You do what you want to do, I do what I want to do. But what I'm saying is, main reason why I get what I get is because of the size. Is because they're making things and they're pumping them out in sizes that I can wear. I can't do that with the old stuff. You know, the vintage, the old rare vintage authentics. I look for them. I see a lot of them. I've bought a lot of them. But there's always that moment when you see a jersey that you love and you see the size and it's like, oh. It's a 44. Damn it, it's a medium. You know? And it happens a lot. It happens with hockey a lot with me. I'll look for hockey jerseys, and I see these jerseys that I want, and even the newer stuff, and it's like 52, 48. I'm like, no, 56. Let's go. Even 54. But that's the beauty of it, right? That's the blessing and the curse. Right, that's the hunt. That's our. I'm looking and I see this. Oh, this retro reverse 2.0. I wanted this. It's the just the other day, the Coyotes, the reverse retro 1.0, the purple one. I still want that one. One popped up at a good price. I think it was Mercari, and it doesn't show you the size. You have to click on the thing and go into the page of it, and then you can see the size. I see the jersey, and my eyes go wide. I go, ooh, there it is. And I click on it, and it pops up, and it's a medium. I'm like, well, I'm not going to buy it just to have it on the wall. I want to wear the damn thing. So that's the blessing and the curse. And eventually I'll find one. You know, I'll get one, my hands on one. But that one still bugs me. But anyhow, again, I don't want to get on my soapbox. You know, but I'm an opinionated person too, and if I see something that I know I can wear, I'm going to buy it. If there's some little issues with it here or there, with the hue of the color, the whatever, okay. But I have it in the collection. I'm happy with it. If I'm happy with it, that's all that matters to me. If people aren't, they're not going to buy it, that's fine. They can do what they do. I do what I do. And what I do is I put out these crazy videos where I get all sweaty, and I gotta go. Otherwise, I'm going to keep talking and I'm going to get more hot. All right, everyone. Well, again, I hope you enjoyed this big marathon pickup of baseball just before baseball season. Good timing, right? For this, again, big shout out to my buddy Big Slim. I overdid, I know, Slim, but I appreciate you more than you'll ever know. And also, of course, the pickups on eBay, the Mitchell & Ness Flagship. All over the place these things came from. So, at any rate, I'm going to get going for now so I can towel. I should have brought my towel. Of all the videos, why didn't I bring my towel up for this one? Anyhow, you all take care, and I'll see you in the next one.